Small bike, big story. Not built for speed, built for the ride. Want horsepower? Buy a rocket. This is different. Want honesty? Stick around. This is the Himalayan 411. Take it or leave it. Well, g'day. I'm David from Two Wheels In, and today we're riding to Goulburn. I've got to go down and see my mum because I missed her a couple of weeks ago on the funeral rides. So we are going to do ride down there, and it's almost all freeway, except for this at the moment. So I thought it was a great opportunity to try out the Himalayan on the freeway. Now, I've ridden Billie on the freeway many times, but I've never recorded it. Billie handles freeways surprisingly well. She's actually a fairly good touring motorcycle as well as an off-road motorcycle. But it's important to know the limitations of her as well, which is why I thought I'd do this video. For me, she is the perfect motorcycle, but I'm of the opinion that small displacement motorcycles are perfect adventure bikes. You don't need a $40,000 behemoth to ride around the world. There's lots of people that agree with me and lots of people that disagree. By the end of this ride, you'll see exactly why I think they're wrong. The Himalayan isn't built for speed. It's built to sit in a lane and mind its own business, even when a road train blasts past like an airborne house brick. Capable in the sense that she doesn't fight you, even when the wind does. She'll take a gust, lean a little, and carry on like nothing happened. Like an old pub door that's been slammed 1,000 times and still swings shut. I prefer to sit in the left-hand lane because my belief is it doesn't actually go that much slower anyway. So for the left-hand lane, I'm just dealing with slow trucks going up hills, and that's about it. If I'm in the middle lane, I've got to look both left and right. And if I'm in the fast lane, right-hand lane, I'm dealing with, people who think it's a Formula One. The 411's stability isn't flashy. It's not a sports bike carving white lines, but it's solid. The long wheelbase, the low centre of gravity, and that big 21-inch front wheel all work together to keep it planted. Even in side winds, or when you're overtaking something the size of a suburban bungalow on wheels, Billie stays composed. The Himalayan isn't a plush ride. It won't cosset you like a Goldwing, but you don't get off feeling rattled to bits either. More like you've been gently persuaded into submission. I've got a touring seat, and my bum doesn't hurt by the end of the ride like some bikes I could mention. And here's the thing, Shanti, Thomas' bike doesn't have panniers, and she is a zippy little cupcake. Shanti will dart through gaps and laugh about it later. Billie with her panniers is more of a steady shuffle than a skip. And when you've got a couple of 100 kilometres of freeway ahead, that shuffle starts to feel reassuring. Billie has, of course, the panniers, and every kilo slows you down. We've got 24 horsepower. So. A quick break, a stretch, helmet off, a coffee if you're civilised. It's not about refuelling the bike so much as refuelling the rider. Petrol's obvious. Run out and you're walking. Oil's quieter about it but equally vindictive. Miss a check and she'll let you know at the worst possible time. The Himalayan doesn't drink like a sports bike, but push her at 100, 120, 130 and she'll start asking for top-ups sooner than you'd like. Still, it's not really about the litres. It's about knowing how far you can push her before she sulks. And Billie's pretty forgiving, as long as you give her the occasional sip and keep an eye on the oil window. The halfway point on the Himalayan on the indicator is actually halfway, but then it drops in 2 litres to empty, and it just blinks for the next 5 litres. It's supposedly a 15-litre tank, of which 14.5 is usable. It makes it usually about 400 to 450 kilometres range, unless you're doing lots of highway speeds. Let's talk acceleration. Now, no one's expecting land speed records here. The Himalayan's not built for bragging rights. A short warm-up and then we pull over to hunt down the flattest, straightest strip of tarmac we can find. The clock starts the moment she moves. No launch control, no burnout, just a 411cc single with the raw fury of a hand-cranked blender. 18 seconds. Not warp drive, more like strolling to 100 with a cup of tea. So whether or not the Himalayan is the bike for you is something for you to decide. And I'm not trying to sell here, I'm not trying to proselytize, I'm telling you the reasons that I like this bike. And why I think it's a fantastic touring bike. This thing is just about what it's like on the road, on the actual highway. So should you take a Himalayan on the freeway? If you want to be the fastest thing between here and the horizon, then no. If you want to get there in one piece with fuel in your tank and your shoulders still attached, then yes. Billie won't win a race, but she'll win you the kind of ride you actually remember. And here's the thing, Billie works for me. That doesn't necessarily mean she will work for you. She does slow down, sometimes going up steep hills, but only very steep hills. But for 99% of riding, she is just perfect. If you've got your own thoughts about the Himalayan, drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear them. And if you want more rides, stories and bad ideas that somehow work out, hit subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss out on the next one. Oh, and give the video a like. It's free and it helps more riders find us out on the road.